Hello, it's Bailey and welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you just a quick series update. I think the last time I did one of these was last fall, so it's been like 6 months or so since I have updated you last on the series I'm in the middle of, and I've made some decent progress. So this is majorly just gonna be like a list. I'm not gonna be going super into depth on any of these books. This is mostly just a list, so it should be fairly quick. So if you're interested to know what I'm in the middle of, have finished, etc., stick around. Here it comes. I am reading these lists out of my journal, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. And the only books I pulled to show are the series I actually finished, so we'll start there. I do think I need to be making progress on my larger series because everything I finished is either a duology or trilogy. But firstly, I finished the Bellinger Sisters duology with Hook, Line, and Sinker. So it happened one summer and Hook, Line, and Sinker. I have now completed this series. I finished the Montgomerys versus Armstrong series. The first book being Never Seduce a Scot. I did unhaul the second book, and there is a looming third book, but I'm not sure that we're ever gonna get it. So I'm gonna consider this series finished. My understanding is the author, Maya Banks, is ill, and so we're just not sure if we're ever actually gonna get that book. So I did finish this by reading the second installment. I finished the Hate U Give duology by Angie Thomas with Concrete Rose. The Legend Trilogy by Marie Lu. This was a reread. I don't remember if I finished the second and third since I updated last, but I did complete this. I read These Violent Delights as well as Our Violent Ends. I did unhaul the second book, if that says anything, but I did finish the duology. And then I binge read the entire Clandestine Affair series by Diana Quincy, Her Night with the Duke, and The Viscount Made Me Do It, as well as The Marquess Makes His Move, which I don't actually have a physical copy of yet. So that's everything I've finished, but I have also caught up on one series in terms of like publication. I read Heartstopper Volume 4, so I'm completely caught up on that series. It's like really windy outside right now, so if you can hear the wind at all, my apologies. But I'm not gonna get into the series I have decided to DNF. I'm gonna start with the series that I actually like read another installment of and decided not to continue now. First of which being the Hades and Persephone series by Scarlett St. Clair, I believe. The first one was A Touch of Darkness. I read the second book and decided not to continue. I have the Scandal and Scoundrel series by Sarah McLean. I actually DNF'd the second book and unhauled that whole series. And the Boyfriend Project series by Farah Rochan. I'm not sure how many books are going to be in that, but I had read the first and I read the second, and I don't think I'm going to be continuing. The only first book in a series that I completely finished and am not planning on continuing was The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I have two series that I didn't make any progress in, but I've decided since filming my last update that I don't want to continue. First of which being Immortals After Dark by Cressley Cole, and second being A Sweet Mess by J.C. Lee, I believe. The first one was A Sweet Mess, and the second one is The Dating Dare, and I had The Dating Dare on my TBR, but I've just decided I don't actually want to get to it, so I'm not going to. And I have actually been working my way through a reread of the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I've decided I think I'm going to not complete the third book. So I did read Shadow and Bone and Ruin and Rising? Is that the second book? Siege and Storm? I read the first and second, and I'm not going to be reading the third. I'm just not that into it. And three books that were first in a series that I actually DNF'd include Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, How to Be a Wallflower by Eloisa James, and I started a reread of Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. So that's everything I'm not continuing. Now into just a few series that I have read more installments of, but I'm not finished yet. I continued my reread of the Throne of Glass series. I've read another installment in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I read more of Bridgerton, and I read more of a series of Unfortunate Events. Now, lastly, I have 10 series that I started and plan to continue. First of which being The Kiss Quotient. I have read the first and second installments now. I am doing a reread of The Hunger Games, and I have reread the original trilogy at this point, but I did decide that I'm going to read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Uptown Girls by Joanna Shoup, the first of which being The Rogue of Fifth Avenue. Wallflowers versus Rogues by Lenora Bell, the first of which being Love is a Rogue. Pages & Co. by Anna James, the first of which being Tilly and the Book Wanderers. The Meant to Be series, the first was by Julie Murphy, but this is a series that each installment is going to be written by a different author. So while I didn't enjoy that first one like a whole ton. I do think I'm going to try the next one. So 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim, the Greenbone Saga by Fonda Lee, and the Wallflower series by Lisa Kleypas. So that's everything. That's all the catching up I've done on series. I technically have taken more series off my TBR than added. Not technically finished, but through my DNFs and finishing, I've taken more off than I've added. So I'm okay with that. Like I said, I'd like to be wrapping up some of these longer series I have on my ongoing list. I know in this I didn't share my complete ongoing list if I didn't make any progress in it. I didn't even mention it here. Let me know down below which series you think I should be continuing, finishing, starting, I guess. But thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.